What's going on, everyone? It's DaikenXDan in here bringing you some more Genshin Impact news. With the CN beta well underway, we are slowly starting to see more footage of the new characters and small quality of life changes that are making an appearance throughout closed beta 3 so far. Here are some new things to look forward to with the upcoming release of closed beta test 3 for the global. Before we get started, I just wanted to say, if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button and turn on those notifications so you won't miss out on all the Genshin Impact latest news and the closed beta test keys opportunities. I've been trying to tell everyone through my community and videos each and every possibility for a beta key chance. Also, make sure to leave a comment letting me know what type of Genshin and Honkai content you want to see in the future. Anyway, without it away, let's go and get started. First, talking about the story expansion. Yes, so you heard me right. The story is actually being expanded upon in the closed beta test 3, and they're going to actually be apparently expanding the Liyue region. So I guess there's going to be like new locations that weren't in closed beta test 2. I don't know if that's the case for sure, but definitely there is new story there to offer. And there also are new characters, and apparently these characters are going to be playable in some sense because people have been giving them a type of affinity for the elements. So we have a character named Chongli here. Chongli is going to be a Geo user apparently, and he's the owner of a afterlife pub. So yes, an afterlife pub. So I guess this is a place where people go after they are dead. I'm not quite sure, but that's the description that we got. You can see him and the other new character that was actually introduced in the closed beta test 2. You actually got to see him if you got far enough inside of the story. The next other character here is Shishi. Her name means like 7 apparently, and she is a Jingaishi. Sorry if I'm butchering the name, but basically it means like an animated corpse. They're like a thing that you see in like Chinese stores and stuff like that, where they have like a very distinctive type of outfit. Sometimes they have like a little like a tag dripping from the head off a hat. You've seen it before. But yeah, so she's one of those. So she's like a lolly version of that, and she speaks in like this emotionless tone. It's pretty cute. And apparently, according to some Chinese users, she has the same voice as Noelle. I don't know if that really matters or anything like that, but yeah. So that's the thing, and she's supposed to be a Cyro user as well. The other character is a character named Baichu. So I know it says Baizu, but apparently it's pronounced like Baichu. So this is apparently the first Dendro character. So there is another element in the game outside of Geo that was actually inside of even closed beta test 1. There were some specific enemies inside of some dungeons that used a specific element. It was like they used like roots out of the ground, and it was known as Dendro. So apparently this is supposed to be the first Dendro character. So we don't have one yet, but he's supposed to be the first. We don't know exactly how the element is going to work or what his combinations are like, what is actually how it interacts with other elements going to be. But definitely finally glad to see that we actually may have a character that actually can use that. And apparently the snake that he have can talk, sort of like officials Raven. I believe the Raven name is Oz. So yeah, the snake can actually talk too. And apparently this character is some doctor of some kind. So that should be interesting. So we have a owner of an afterlife pub. We have Shishi, who is like a Jingaishi, and then we have a doctor. The next character I don't even think is playable. It's a character named Norah. I think she's part of the Fatui, so I think she's going to be part of the enemies that we're going to be fighting. She looks to be very strong. She took out Venti in one shot, and like we were like on the ground and stuff. It looks pretty cool, really cool cutscene when I first saw it. But yeah, so I don't think this is a playable character. Like I said, she is part of the Fatui, it seems like, which is a like organization within the game that you'll learn about. But yeah, she looks really interesting. I like her. I think she has like ice power, so if she was going to be playable, she would definitely be a Cyro unit because it definitely looked like she used some type of ice power on Venti when she did attack. But yeah, so that's her character design. I just wanted to put her in here because she is actually a new character within the story as well. And the last character here is going to be the character named Ganyu. So this is another Cyro user. So we're getting a couple of Cyro users here because in the first beta, it was just like pretty much like Kaya. And then I believe there was Kami as well. what's her name, Kamisato, the girl from a different region that wasn't in closed beta 2 because they wanted to make it more along the sides of the story. So she actually wasn't in that beta. So we probably won't even see her in closed beta test 3 to be exact, because we probably won't even get to that region where she's at. But yeah, we're finally getting some more side role users outside of Kaya, since they decided to take her out. She was just like sort of a like little here you go character. So yeah, we're getting another, and apparently this is a messengers from Liyue, sort of like a this is a Shin Queen secretary. So we also don't know if this character may be human because they have horns on their heads. You can see there's another character in the game that's also not human, Klee. If you've seen in my other videos, I showed off a little bit of Klee gameplay. That character is like very short and have like pointed ears, sort of like an elf or something like that. So another potential non-human character. So very interested to see what this character brings to the table as far as story and plot goes, because you know most of the characters in this show, not show, but in this game so far have been pretty human. So definitely looking forward to that. There are some other few things that people are taking notice of. For example, the cooking system has a little bit of quality of life artwork UI change. So for this, you can see there the quantity of the ingredients are there now, so it's better organized. You know, therefore a better organized experience for players. So that's very good. And they also changed the artwork that you can see there. So instead it used to be like the pale, like just plain artwork, but now they're replacing it with ones that showcase the rarity and the element of the character. So it looks a little bit nicer. And for the people who don't know, the green arrow that's showing upwards is basically showing that that character, there's a specific character that you can use that have a special bonus for cooking that specific dish that you're about to cook, pretty much. So there's like a different types of bonuses. Like sometimes they can like get a proficiency bonus, or sometimes they can cook like a special version of the dish that gives you like a more enhanced version of it. So it's pretty good that, you know, there's something like that in the game. And it just looks overall nicer. I like the new UI design for it, so definitely glad that's a thing. A few more things here. The animation. So there are a few animation changes. Klee actually got a different idle animation, as you can see here. So different idle animation for Klee. This one's pretty cute. I like it. The other one was not bad, but I think this one's a little bit more expressive than the old one. Yeah. So I think that's a little bit better. And then they actually changed her ultimate. So her ultimate wasn't actually very it didn't look very good, yeah, like before. I guess this wasn't complete. You know, this is one of the characters when she came out in closed beta 2 that didn't have a voice in every language. I don't think this character. No, she had a voice in the Chinese version, but the other languages she didn't have a voice. So you could tell that this character wasn't complete. There's a few characters that didn't have voices if you played them in certain languages, and this was one of them. So you could tell that she wasn't complete. But yeah, her ultimate, or elemental burst as they call it in this game, also got a new animation, and it looks pretty good. So, and the last character animation change that people are taking notice of right now is the Traveler. So MC-chan, new stretch animation. So I don't know if this actually replaces the old one. I don't know if it just, like, you know, cycles. I would hope that it cycles between like two of them, maybe. I actually don't know if it took place of it. I thought the other one was pretty cool, where she puts up the orb and then like sort of like crushes it or whatever. I thought it was pretty cool. I don't know if this also changes for the male character as well. I haven't seen it for the male character, but this is the new stretch animation for the female at least. And last thing I really want to talk about, just a little bit of like gossip or whatever. Not really gossip, but just sort of maybe, you know, discussion I want to bring up with you guys. So the unknown god that was shown in closed beta 2 opening, the Japanese voice actor has been revealed, and it is Rei Kugimiya. Yeah, sorry I'm butchering the names again, guys. But yeah, so apparently that is the voice actor for Kiana, or Hersher the Void, in Genshin Impact. Honkai Impact, my bad, Honkai Impact. So a lot of people have been saying that she looks very similar to the characters. You can see here, she looks very similar to that character. But a lot of people are wondering, like, is this game actually, you know, related to Honkai Impact? Since Honkai Impact does talk about, you know, the possibilities and things about the nature of other worlds and parallel universes and stuff like that, people are wondering if this game, you know, connected somehow beyond just the names, since both of them have Impact, or is it just a coincidence that this character looks very similar to Kiana and happens to have the same voice actor as Kiana inside of Honkai Impact? So you guys let me know what you think about that one. I'm actually not too sure myself how that one actually goes down, but I just thought it was a little bit interesting for some news for you guys. Anyway, I think that's pretty much it for all the news right now. As more stuff come out, I would definitely keep covering it, so definitely stay tuned. If you like anything I had to say, drop me a like. I greatly appreciate it. And if you want to hear more from me, follow me on my socials. Also, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you know the next video goes live. As always, my name is Daiken, and I'll see you next time. Signing out.